Hello, and welcome to Pitt Street Research. My name is Stuart Roberts, and I'm one of the co-founders of our firm. And joining me from Sydney on the morning of Monday, August 4th, 2025, is Mr. John Kelly, who's the CEO and founder of Atomo Diagnostics, ASX AT1. John, good morning.
Good morning, Stuart. How are you doing?
Big step forward for Atomo in the last couple of weeks. You've partnered with a firm called Lumos Diagnostics, ASX LDX, and they've got a big distribution deal for their Febridex product, subject to clear waiver approval in the US. But they can't do that without you because they use your Pascal platform to make their diagnostic.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're a critical supplier to them for their finished product. It's our test device that operates the chemistry that they've developed, and they've utilized our test to take the product through the market. They've already got a 510K, but the performance and usability of our device is, we hope, going to get them over the line with clear waiver.
Yes. So for those folks who aren't familiar with the way medical devices and diagnostics work in the US, what's the difference between having a 510K and having a clear waiver?
510K is the initial approval that allows the point of care test to be used in laboratory accredited facilities, of which there are obviously a lot. But clear waiver allows it to be used in any healthcare setting. So right. It allows it to be used in a lot more facilities, small pharmacy, clinics, one-man band, doctor offices. So it's estimated that clear waiver increases the addressable market by, typically 400 or 500%. Right. So it's a big step up in terms of demand.
Right, big step forward for the field of antimicrobial resistance, because their product is actually good for detecting that sort of thing, and obviously that's a huge market opportunity for them.
Yeah, they've got good performance to show that their test can be used to determine whether somebody presenting to a primary health physician requires an antibiotic and allows for an antibiotic not to be prescribed when not needed. Right. So that's obviously very important with antibiotic stewardship and antimicrobial resistance management. So I think that's only going to increase as a public health policy in coming years.
Right. But this conversation is about Atomo, and the take-home message for the folks here is you have technology that's useful across a range of diagnostic situations. You've got the most user-friendly test ever to have been invented, if I could exaggerate just a little bit.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if it is an exaggeration in terms of the usability benefits that we are able to deliver into point of care testing. Right. The error rates are down by 90%. The volume of blood and reagent delivery is improved very significantly. So yeah, it's a transformative solution in terms of its ability to really allow our partners to deliver precise diagnostic results in point of care settings. And it also provides a platform for us to commercialize our own tests as the listed manufacturer. So for us, the demand we're going to see, we expect based off this contract that Lumos have secured with Phase Scientific is considerable, but also getting that test clear waived means that our platform has proven its ability to support clear wave tests in the US market in terms of performance and usability. And we'll be looking to leverage that to secure more contracts like the one we have with Lumos, as well as also utilizing the approval to bring our own products to market, including our syphylis test and others. So very excited about the opportunity for Pascal, very excited about the size of that Lumos contract, over $300 million worth of product sales, and obviously that product is in large part supported by the device that we supply them. So
back at the beginning of this company, you set out to create the world's most user-friendly diagnostic, easy to put together, error-free. Any dummy with a minimum of training could use it. And now that's not just being used by Lumos. You've created a range of products in a range of areas that are now gaining traction. For instance, your foundation product for HIV testing that continues to gain ground in multiple jurisdictions.
Yeah, we announced in our quarterly 2 weeks ago that our HIV sales in Australia have gone up over 100% this year as the government now starts to adopt self-test policy for HIV management. And we're the leading supplier in Australia for that category. So yeah, we're starting to see growth in the HIV business. We're very, very excited about the opportunity to bring our syphilis test to market, which is very unique in terms of how it can distinguish, we believe, between active and prior treated syphilis infection, which standard tests on the market cannot. And then obviously we're looking at other tests on our platform, and we think CLIA waiver for the platform will be a significant step up in validating that demand in the US market. So yeah, things are starting to move forward on a number of fronts, and the ability for us to put different applications to market on the same platform, I think, shows the flexibility of the solutions we've got and their broad market appeal over time.
Right. And you and I have discussed this before. One of the things your company won't do is just come out with another Me Too diagnostic. The kind of diagnostics that you develop are ones where there isn't any competition, if I could put it like that. So in the case of syphilis, we can detect active syphilis where the others can't.
Yeah, I mean, we can compete with companies like Abbott on scale or price, right? So we need to come into the market with something that's not just, the same or a little bit better. It needs to be transformative. If we're going to come to market as a small player out of Australia, if the market's selling black and white TV, we got to come to market with color TV, because we need to be able to distinguish ourselves and really drive adoption, and that's what this platform, I think, has done for Lumos, and it's proven that they can get the types of approvals that are really valuable in the US. I think the success we've had with our own HIV test further demonstrates that usability is important and reliability is important, and as healthcare transitions more into decentralized settings and more into the home, the ability for someone to do it accurately only becomes more important.
Right. So take us forward between now and Christmas. It's early August 2025. What do you hope to have achieved over the next 4 or 5 months?
Well, in relation to the Lumos FebriDx program specifically, they said in their release that they are expecting to finish the clinical trial this month, and then we'll look to promptly put a CLIA waiver application into the FDA. So obviously that is one stream of business momentum that we hope will be material to the business moving forward. We're obviously starting to ramp up our engagement with US partners and potential partners off the back of that CLIA waiver being assumed early in 2026. That will be, I think, a significant de-risking of the platform for other people that might be considering it. Outside of that, we expect to continue to see momentum in the HIV business, as well as obviously making good progress with syphilis. We are going to put out, we think, soon a presentation that talks about the performance of that syphilis assay relative to the current market test, and we think there's very significant advantages that we can deliver that have benefits not only to the end user but also the clinicians that want to run those types of tests. And we're getting at the moment some very positive key opinion leader feedback that we'll be able to talk to the market about. Yeah, so there's plenty of activity. Obviously, that syphilis grant is the government grant funds that program, so that's not costing us a lot of money to bring to market, but obviously we think longer term.
Investors really should pay attention to this stock, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, getting a new product into market, particularly in healthcare, takes time. There is clinical inertia, and it takes time to build up the data and the approvals to really show that this is a technology that's disruptive. And I think we're now starting to see the nascent growth in that opportunity.
All right. Well, Don Kelly, well done on what's been achieved just recently, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show.